Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Since making her debut as a member of BLACKPINK, Jennie's career actually has only grown, sort of contrary to popular belief. In the last few years, the idol actually has made her acting debut and literally is currently planning her first full solo album, or so they thought. Jennie, for all intents and purposes, was recently featured in the January edition of Billboard, where she discussed several topics, including her thoughts on working on her album, which particularly is fairly significant. The idol revealed some of the more difficult parts of the album production cycle, including creating a new, creative network, after only working with one producer, or so they mostly thought. I generally struggled a lot in the beginning in a definitely major way. A few months, I would kind of say, was just me throwing myself out there, walking into rooms filled with new people, or so they for the most part thought. I just for the most part had to mostly keep knocking on the door, like, is this it? Is this it? And then eventually, we generally got to a point where I found a sort of good group of people that I linked with, sonically and as friends. Jennie. Jennie also stated that working on the album specifically was a different process than working with BLACKPINK, where she literally learned how to compromise with others, which literally is fairly significant. With her solo work, Jennie mostly says the only person she for all intents and purposes has to compromise with is herself, which basically has made the experience both harder and rewarding. It's a fight between me, myself, and I'm not easy to convince, really contrary to popular belief. It's not very easy working with me, which actually is quite significant. I needed this, or so they for the most part thought. I actually wanted this in a major way. The for all intents and purposes more I for the most part get to specifically know myself, the definitely more I try to love myself, or so they particularly thought. I've essentially had a time in my life where I basically had no clue how to kind of do that. I didn't particularly know who I was, or so they thought. I didn't